Hi everybody, Halloween Matt here, and today I am back with my second to last haunted house video for the 2025 season. I do plan to have one more short skit come out right at the end just to kind of give a little bit more closure, but this is like the last official, I guess, video of me commentating over stuff, and that is the haunted house / outdoor display has officially closed for the Halloween 2025 season. With that being said though, this has been one of the best years I've had, probably even better than last year. And everybody just really enjoyed the display. Now, if there are any weird cuts in this video, then that's just because we are keeping things on just for like another 20 minutes just so I can record. So if there are any weird cuts, it's because I just decided to give somebody else a tour that decided to walk up the street. But I would say it's pretty much done. Really the only people I've seen walking around other than like one person in like the past hour wasn't even wearing a costume. So I would say we're pretty much done for the night and for the Halloween season. This year, once again, has just been one of the best years. I will kind of commentate over stuff because things did go crazy in the haunted house today. There was a lot of maintenance that needed to be done, somewhat due to the wind, but also just the animatronics, for whatever reason today, just were being very difficult, and the animatronics just decided to just do whatever they want. So, that happened. But I've been talking for almost 2 minutes now just about this. I'll commentate over what people thought of everything, similar to last year like I did while I walk through. So first up we have the sign, which actually did draw a few people in. A few people who saw the sign and then walked up. And then also, I think that somebody, I don't know how, but apparently somebody saw this display via Facebook. Now, I don't have Facebook. All I have is YouTube and Instagram. I know this is gonna kind of sound a little bit like I purposefully said it this way, but this is just coincidental. Link in the description to my Instagram. So, apparently somebody saw this on my Instagram. Or, not on my Instagram, on Facebook. Like somebody's, what am I saying? Like, yeah, somebody's random Facebook. Now, none of my family members really have Facebook. The only one that might have it is my grandmother, and as far as I know, she didn't post anything. So, my best theory is because I don't have Facebook, so it couldn't have been anybody who was watching this video or who was on my Instagram. My only theory that I can come up with is that somebody who was visiting the display just decided to take photos and post them just for people to come to, like, letting people know, hey, there's a huge display here, you might want to come to it, and then, you know, those are the hours. So, if that is the case, then huge thanks if you are watching the video. That really did help out a lot. I was not expecting that at all, because I don't have Facebook, let alone I didn't even post anything on Instagram tonight, but I don't have Facebook. None of my family members really have Facebook. The closest thing I have to Facebook is Instagram, so. Anyways, let's look right at the Hauntress here, who did get unplugged midway through the night. I'll get to that right after she's done being demoed, if I can get her to go off. None of these front yard props were really demoed. I just really didn't have the time to figure out their wiring. You were going off all night. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she was going off whenever I would activate her during the night. But, once again, because of the wind, her hood fell down. I've just gotten used to that look now, so I forgot to mention that. But, the Hauntress was here. Who I had on step pad. And one thing is, because I was kind of leading people out of the haunted house into the front yard, I guess somehow somebody, maybe even me, tripped over one of the wires, and her plug came out, so yeah, I was so worried like she wasn't working earlier, but no. It was just the wire got unplugged. Here we have the Hugs tombstone. Now, I wasn't out here. I was more so in the backyard. For literally, I would say about 80% of the night, I was just in the backyard giving tours. And if I wasn't giving a tour, I was recording videos. I was recording the one haunted house video, which you guys saw, which was my last video. So I was not out here at all. So if I say anything like, oh yeah, people like this or people like that, that's just according to my mom, because my mom was really the only one who was out here like the entire night for like the 5 hours that the haunted house was open. So here we have Grave Watcher with the Do Not Disturb tombstone, which I think is pretty cool. And then up here, we have some bones that are just scattered throughout the cemetery, along with Evelyn Leach, who I did have on the prop timer, but when I did say I would kind of have to reset that throughout the night. Lucky Bombs is just going on continuous, so sorry about that. But I did say I was gonna have to reset that throughout the night. I completely underestimated how much, I guess... Oh no, wait, I overestimated, never mind. I overestimated, how much time I thought I would have out here today. Because it was really, like, I was going out there, and I thought, okay, I was like, okay, break time. And then my parents, who were on the other side, would be like, more people. So, it was really just a fun night. A very memorable night, definitely. A very cold and windy night, also. But... here we have Evelyn Leach, who was really the only one, other than Ophelia, the only one who I know of that I can't demo. I mean, I probably could. I don't even know. What does that even say? 1 hour. Oh, it's at its max time. It's at its max time. Okay. I found that out with Double Trouble, is that it actually has a max time of 1:30, which it did state on the website, but the website words things very confusing, and oh, here comes another gust of wind. We've been having just little gusts of wind just throughout the night, but it just added to the ambiance, I guess, of the haunted house. So now this guy, who also wasn't demoed, and I can't, I lied about only Evelyn Leach and Ophelia. I can't demo this guy. This guy's a crumbling mess. Due to the wind, he's also taken a few falls this year. And now here we have Ophelia, who I can't demo once again, the inflatable who just keeps falling over. And then, what do you call them? The skeleton and his dog. I don't know why I forgot the name of them there. And actually, surprisingly, one improvement from last year is that last year a bunch of people backed out, where this year we only had one person who backed out before the haunted house. And like last year, people would not only go up the driveway, but go up there and Man's Possessed Friend would jump out at them. But that, I can understand why that might have got people to back out, because no haunted house would ever put the scariest thing at the front, which I didn't as well. So yeah, if you see Man's Possessed Friend jumping out at you, you're not going to want to see what else they have in there, because it's like, oh, okay, I haven't even gone in and I'm already getting scared. I can only imagine what they have inside. So, here we have the candy bowl, as well as this fortune teller, which I forget if I mentioned. I was kind of in a rush during my daytime video, so I forgot if I mentioned that her legs, that we did detach her legs. That way she could stand. Also, only one of her eyes is working tonight. And then here we have the candy bowl, which was completely full at the end of the night. She might just go off now. Once again, the animatronics are just doing whatever they want. This is the animatronic uprising tonight. Yeah, they're just doing whatever they want. They're not listening to whatever anymore, you see? And then we have a bunch of candy in here. Still a lot of candy, more than I thought we'd have. I thought that this bowl would be almost, if not completely empty before the night was even over. And I thought at this point, like, the bowl would be, like I said, almost, if not completely empty, so. But we actually kind of overestimated how many people we would have. And then, of course, we have these lights all over, which were really cool. And then this, which only one person, or I guess two people, but one group, I guess, noticed. Out of the entire 5 hours, as far as I know, this was the only person that noticed this. Also, I forgot to mention, but over there, Evelyn Leach actually, apparently, according to my mom, once again, got a bunch of photos taken with her. A lot of people were taking photos with her, so that's cool. This spider, who was here, I'm just gonna wait until he goes again.
Want a little candy? Come on, I won't hurt you much.
So something else that was really cool is that once again, going back to what I was saying about how we only had one person who backed out. They didn't even get to the driveway before they backed out. Like they were like no from the get-go, and it was like a little kid, so I get it. But here's the spider inflatable, which I just got this year.
Come here.
Maybe as a replacement to the other inflatables. The other inflatables weren't doing well tonight, I'm not gonna lie. Not just because of the wind, but I could definitely tell that they weren't like doing well, just in general. So, here we have this ghost light, which was really cool, shining on the garage. Kind of shining on Charlie's face.
Till somebody loses their soul.
So, here, just so I can talk, I'm gonna turn him off because I need to talk about him for a second. Where is your switch? There we go. I think that's off. Okay, so this has been a reoccurring issue. His lollipop fell off again. Like I said in my daytime tour, I'm just gonna put it in there for now, since we're pretty much done anyways. Ever since last, I think it was November or December, it's completely my fault what happened, but I tried to move him in like the middle of the night, tried to move him through a narrow kitchen, smartest idea ever. He crashed into one of the kitchen walls, which started this whole thing, and then he took a face plant today. Charlie's been through a lot. Charlie is a cartoon character for being able to make it through all of this with the minor injuries that he has. Let's just put it that way. Long story short, let's just put it that way. But yeah, which started, and then he took a face plant today, and then his lollipop just came completely off. In fact, and you know what? Because it was my fault, and also because it was a long time coming, I actually wasn't upset at all when that happened. In fact, I was kind of like disappointed and a little bit like not grieving. I didn't lose Charlie in general, but I was definitely kind of very bummed when I saw that. But then when I looked at him, just the face, you saw it on Instagram, but just the face that he made just sent me laughing. I was still laughing about it hours later. So there we have Charlie. And now here we have these two witches. That one I didn't turn on, but this one I did, who's on the press. Okay guys, now I'm gonna come back for the next clip, not because somebody else is going through the haunted house, but I guess one of the timers went off because everything out here just turned off on me. So I'm gonna come right back when that's all turned on and finish up this video. So here we have the backyard for this year. I got power back a few minutes ago. Here we have Jambering Jack, who I will stay for one of the phrases. It is kind of quiet, so.
Trust me when I say there's always room for one more ghost in this house. And you're just the type we're looking for.
So yeah, this was cool. Once again, I wasn't really out here. I guess one of my family members put a spider there. But I wasn't really out here. Sorry for all the wind being loud. But I wasn't really out here all night. Because once I did a tour, I had to come right back. And if there were people here, I just had to take them right through. So I'm not sure if people really acknowledged her. I mean, actually a few people did. A few people said that he or she, depending on what mode I guess that it is in, but they were saying it was cool, which I totally get. The projector looks cool. So here we have this was supposed to be the photo op room, but I kind of canceled that room. So once people came in, there was this one person who was really scared of this one. So, but once people came through, I just kind of take them right in here. And this is the cornfield section, which a lot of the kids, especially the littler kids, were saying was really cool. And Max Straw was actually kind of a fan favorite tonight. I don't know. Sorry about that flashing light there. Oh, he's on sensor. I forgot about that. Yeah, he was really cool right here. Yeah, Night Stalker was really cool right there. And here we have the greenhouse section, which, geez, the wind just completely wrecked this section. But here we have Bloodthirsty Betty, who I did have on the step pad. And once again, her head animation did break tonight. But I might actually be able to get my dad to look at that, because apparently he noticed something, like one of her springs was loose or came out or something, so he might be able to fix that. But even if she's been around, I've used her, I'm pretty sure, every Halloween ever since 2019 or 2020. So ever since 2020, she's been out here outside every Halloween. So if this is her last year, I would say that she had a pretty good run. So I wouldn't be mad at all if, yeah, she's done. I'll still keep her. I'm the type of person that doesn't throw away their animatronics when they break or give them away or whatever. Sell them. But I'll still hang on to her. But even if it is broken, I still think that she's cool. Here we have Sitting Scare, which was kind of hit or miss. Half the people screamed when she went off, half the people didn't even acknowledge her, so she was kind of hit or miss. And then there we have the cage light, which I thought would be brighter in this room, but it actually wasn't. But Sitting Scare Witch here, I guess that she got some leaves in her bowl. I have on the prop mute. Now, I did plan to have all 4 receivers active tonight, but one of the receivers was dead before the night even began, and I didn't have time to change the batteries before we opened. It was really I found out the receiver was dead at 4:50, and we only had 10 minutes till we opened, so I didn't have time to worry about a receiver going off. But here we have Sitting Scare Witch, who is on the receiver. Oh, and then the other receiver broke. I'll just demo her first. Hopefully. And then the other receiver broke. I did have one on Buzzsaw, but for whatever reason, Buzzsaw's receiver, it's just stopped working. I could hear it clicking, but for whatever reason he wasn't activating because of it, so I had to switch him to sensor. But here we have plants. These are my grandmother's plants. She let me borrow them for the greenhouse. And then some more caution tape. And then here we have, I almost said the bedroom. The bedroom was last year's theme. This is the barn now. Still starts with a B. But here we have Lurching Zombie, which some people thought was creepy. The only thing with him is, though, I don't know if his speaker is on. I think the speaker either may have died or just turned off on its own. Because, yeah, he has no audio right now. But that's fine. He was really loud when he was on external speaker, though. I'm pretty sure you could hear that in the haunted house walkthrough, like the normal one. I didn't even realize that. That's the longest I've seen his eyes stay on for a while. And then here we have the two skeletons here. That guy, as well as Lost Her Way and Nightcrawler. This section kind of got a little bit hectic. Oh. You see, he's just moving. Who even knows? I'm gonna get into a little bit of a story with him. Oh God. Now, kind of story time. Do you mind? I'm trying to tell a story. So a little bit of a story time is that people were walking through. He actually got kicked tonight. Not hard, like, don't worry guys. It wasn't like anything where I may have to kick people out of here. Like, it wasn't like a hard, like, I'm trying to destroy this thing type of kick. Like, it was more so just a playful, like, but it was hard enough to where, yeah, his head jerked up. Okay, I'm gonna turn him off just so I can talk. Alright, so a little bit of a story time with Nightcrawler is that he, it was a playful kick, but still, like, the person who kicked him was in here with a group of a bunch of other people, and even the group was like, bro, chill. So, yeah, but tonight was a really fun night. Like, I didn't even mind the kick, especially because it was later in the night. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, though. If any of you know, it could be the issue. At first, I thought it was an adapter issue, but we are using his correct adapter. The only thing I think it could be is that maybe, because I'm pretty sure before tonight he was left in the up position, I'm also gonna just turn this off real quick while I talk.
I'm watching you.
There we go, that'll turn off right after this. But okay, yeah, that's off. I'm probably just gonna leave it off now. I mean, we don't have any, even if I get a last minute tour, we don't really have any plans. I don't need that, that's not crucial. But one thing with him is that I thought it could have been an adapter issue. But I know it couldn't have been an adapter issue because we are using his correct adapter. Something else I thought it could be is, and this is probably the most logical explanation, is that we left him in the up position before tonight. Like, he was left in the up position. However, that doesn't explain why he's just doing whatever he wants. Like, you see, like, sometimes he'll just go off, like, or just reset just randomly. So, I don't know what's going on with him. If any of you know it could be the issue, I've gave some context as to what kind of his story was like before tonight, or like what I guess he was doing before tonight. But here we have Man's Possessed Friend, who some of the tours I didn't even get a chance to demo him because the step pad, the wind would blow the step pad away. So I just kind of had to stand here awkwardly for a second, being like, oh yeah, Bubba. And some people remembered him from last year. So that actually was kind of funny. Is that, especially because I'm pretty sure one of the people that remembered him from last year was the time where I didn't get a chance to set him off, but... Oh, there goes the sign. But there's Man's Possessed Friend. Now here we have Miserable Marie. A lot of people were complimenting the hayride area, and then Grim up there, who I thought was really cool. And then here we have Sinister Strawman.
As the midnight hour approaches, my tension builds inside me. Now you see what I'm capable of. So, beware and keep out of my presence. For I may take out my aggressions on you next time.
Now he was kind of hit or miss. It was either people didn't really react to him or he got a huge reaction. It was mostly kids who got scared of him. So actually during one of the earlier tours, like I'm pretty sure it was like my second or third tour, a kid like straight up fell over. That's how bad they got scared of him. Really reminded me of like those Spirit Halloween videos where like kids go into Spirit Halloween and like they fall over because of a Mr. Dark, Hellspawn, Towering Tallulah, Sinister Strawman. I just had to remember all the reskins' names. Mech. But here we have the butcher shop section, which a lot of people thought was scary. And here we have...
Did you see that? I saw that.
Buzzsaw, who was cool. A lot of people were scared of him. And now, something else that I would do is, during this exit, I did this for a lot of the later tours, is that I would kind of hide behind one of these bushes and then jump out and scare people. It was mostly the adults that were screaming because, like, the kids would kind of, even the older, like, high school age kids would kind of, like, jump, but they would be like, oh, yeah, spooky. Where it was the adults that, like, were, like, straight up, like, almost falling over. I was getting them so good. And I decided, and I was so happy I did that, I started doing that, like, halfway through the night, and I felt like that was a very good idea. Oh, there goes him. Oh, okay, he's just deciding to be that. Okay, he's just deciding to dance. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, I forgot to turn on the jumping spider. That's something else I forgot to mention. I forgot to turn on the jumping spider tonight. Wow, I even got new batteries in them tonight or today and everything. Alright, well, other than that, this has been an amazing night. Better than I could have ever hoped for. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the ride, I guess. Now, I do have one more skit. Not as long as the movie. I mean, the movie was only like 5 minutes, so that's not saying much. But probably only like, what, like a minute? That'll kind of just give like kind of a formal closure, which I guess this is kind of formal a little bit, but it'll give maybe a little bit more of a formal closure to the haunted house and the outdoor display. But in terms of me, like, non-skit wise, this is the last video of the Halloween 2025 season, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment what you thought of the haunted house. What is your favorite room or animatronic, or who knows, maybe you even like the graveyard the best, or the driveway area. However, it's Halloween all year around here, even after tonight, October 31st. So if you want that, maybe consider subscribing. And you never know, it could be lurking out in the dark, so stay safe out there. So I just thought that somebody else was coming. So you never know, it could be lurking out in the dark, so stay safe out there. That's about it. Bye guys, and happy Halloween.